Morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing okay. Sorry I'm a bit late doing this video. I said I'd do it on Sunday and it's all been a bit manic. I'm doing the LEC trade show this year and yeah, it's all a bit crazy. So I'm up early anyway, and I'm gonna do this one because I promised it. So we're gonna do these. I'll hold that up. This is one of my little cards. These are actually really quite easy. So if you fancy giving them a go, give this one a go. I'll do a few little sets of them, and yeah, see if you enjoy it. Dead simple, only a few colours needed, and I'll do what I did last time. Tell you what I've got, get rid of me, and then we'll just have this. How can I show you this view? And we'll get going. So all I've got is exactly the same as last time. I've got jugs of water. I've got my paints, I've got pencil, rubber, don't need a ruler today, sheet of watercolour paper. I'll keep that there so you can see what I'm talking about. Tissue for dabbing your watercolour brush on. And the only thing I've got different today is I have these brushes today. So this is the same as last time, number 10, a fatter one, a skinnier one, which is a number 1. And then I've got this one, which I don't know if you can see that clearly, but this is called a rigger brush. And this is one that it just gives you really nice flicky lines. They're ever so cheap. They're only about £1.50, £2. So if you can get one of these, that might be helpful when you're painting. But if you can't, you can still do it with this one, no problem. So there we go. So what I'll do is get rid of me. How do I do that again? Hide self. There we go. Right, here we go. Bees. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to paint one little set of these and then I'll do it multiple times, like 3 times, so we can have practice. But the only thing difficulty with this one is because you're using black and you're using yellow, you've got to be patient and let the colours dry, else you get a big blacky yellow mergy mess. So do be patient with this one a little bit. So first thing, let's draw. I'm going to draw mine a bit bigger up here. Obviously these are quite dinky, you can do them dinky, but I'm going to draw them bigger so you can see what I'm on about. So the first thing I'm going to draw is the eye. So all the eye is imagine a little oval. Dead simple. There we go. Then I'm going to draw the head. So forget it's the bee's head, just draw circle. The bee's head. And then you're going to work your way down its body. Now, I know if anybody is a person who loves nature, this isn't necessarily correct in its body shape, but it's illustrative bee, so we're going with it. Next bit, draw. The only way I can describe it is draw like little sausages. So draw a little sausage shape. Then another. This one's a little bit fatter, maybe. Then curve the top, maybe draw another, and round it off with its bum. Dead easy. So I'll hold this up. You see that? So it doesn't look much at the minute, but you can see it's just a series of shapes and blobs for now. But that will become your bee. Then we'll do it again. Draw another one. I'm going to draw this next one a bit bigger. So that's yeah, I will actually. So circle, oval shape for its eye. Then circle shape for its head. And a series of little body shapes, sausages, fatter at the top, skinnier at the bottom, or whatever you fancy. Good. Another one. Then I'll very quickly, I'll just do a few, I'll leave that there so you can see. And if you just draw some more on your page, and then I'll start painting them. These are dead easy to do. It's a good one for the kids to do. Because as well, not being rude to anybody, but whatever you paint, it's kind of black and yellow, it's almost instantly recognisable as a bee or anything. Another one. Oval shape its eye. Circle shape head. Squishy sausages. Yeah, I've lost count now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Black, yellow, black, yellow. Easy. So once you've drawn a series of them, we're going to do the wings. So just think of the wings as almost like little triangles, to be honest. Don't get too hung up on that they look wing-like. All they need to be is really little. So if you start from the top, just draw, imagine little triangles, and just draw the triangles like that. We'll do these on all of them, and then we'll just curve them afterwards. So draw a little triangle. I don't know if you can see that. See what I've drawn there? Okay. Triangle. And then on this one, dead easy. Triangle. 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 All you're going to do is curve the top of your triangles and wave down the length of them. So go up, curve the top, wave down, and curve the bottom of it. Curve the top, wiggle down, and curve the bottom. And just do that on all of them. Then you can mess if you want to. So you could do, I'll do one on this one, you can add another one, maybe to there. I might add another one hiding behind there. But the choice is yours, really. But basically triangles with the corners rounded off and just wave the top of that line so it looks a bit more wing-like. In fact, I can't remember. There we go. Then the last thing we need to draw is its little legs. Legs, dead easy. So just do little curved lines. Function do. Good. Yeah, and don't really worry about where you put them. I don't think the bee does when it's flying, so just random is cool. You can see no time at all that took. And very quickly, well, I say it's starting to resemble bees. It will, but you can get the gist of how easy that is to get the basic shapes. So then we'll start painting. And this painting, this is actually quite easy, this painting. So if you start with your yellow, always start with the lighter colours. And today, what am I going to use? I used the little brush actually because I was going to use the big one, but actually they're quite small, so I will use the little one. So I'm going to use a bright yellow. So if you whatever paints you've got, bright yellow. I'll show what I'm using. Can you see in the light? Bad light today. It's so miserable out there. So I've got these two yellows, and I'm going to use the warmer of the two yellows. Excuse the state of it, but I'm using that. So all you're going to do is exactly what you've done on other things before. So you're just going to wet the bodies, the yellow bits of all the bodies on your beans. So maybe just do two at a time so that the water doesn't dry. So just wet them. And then once you've wet them, get your yellow literally on. And don't be too precious about it because you're going to do the shadow and the bits afterwards. Okay, have it on. And just repeat that on the other ones. So just wet the page. You can take a bit more time again. I just have to do these quick. So if it's over half an hour, Facebook and Instagram won't let me post it. Or won't let me post it very easily, I should say. And then lob on the yellow. Yeah. And while you've got the yellow in your hand, just use your brush, the wet of your brush, and just wet the wings, both of them, if you've done two. And you'll see, I don't know if you can see that. You see how the yellow that I've painted just starts to spread ever so slightly up the wing. So I can't get it in focus. There we go, that's better. It just starts to spread up the wing. That's what you want to happen. So now if it doesn't happen, because this one's dried a bit too much, just dab your yellow right in that corner and it'll start to naturally spread a bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get on these. It looks red at the minute, but under there is some orange. So I'm just going to use quite a light light to mid orange. Show the colour on there. And then I'm just going to dab a blob on the underside, so on the bottom side. And literally, I am just blobbing onto the wet, and that it will just spread and do its thing, and it will just start to make shadow in the wings. Gets a bit too severe, just wet your brush and just dab it, and it spread it a bit. Dead easy. It's starting to do its thing. We're starting to look a bit V-like already. Then we're going to do the eyes. So be really careful when you're painting. Try not to, otherwise you're going to get your hands and start smudging everywhere. So work from the top, where your hands away, and work your way down the page. We're going to start to do the eyes. So this time you need black. So get a bit of black on the brush, and you're literally going to draw around the edge of your oval, fill it in, but you're going to leave a dot or a line. I don't know if you can see, it's really hard with these little beads, but I don't know if you can see, like, see the line that's left around the eye? That's what you're trying to do. So I'll show you one of these. They go round. Well, I suppose we could do that. There we go. Leave a dot for the eye. That's actually easier for you to do. Leave a bit unfilled, if you like. Still trying to paper around so it's it. There we go. Getting there, getting there. Oh, there you go. So I've got a page full of these little things. Then, ideally, just leave yours to dry. Excuse me a second, I'm just going to blast mine, otherwise we'll be here forever. One sec. There we go. Oh, but now you've got a page of little beans. So what we're going to do next, we're going to fill in the blacks at the bottoms. So these are dead easy, dead easy. You're literally going to dab. So get your little brush, get your black, and on the head, you see how I kind of done the fuzzy, it looks fuzzy, but what it, all it is little dabs. I'll do one, and then I'll show you. Trying to forget. Not to speak. Not to speak. To speak when I'm doing it even. Get a bit carried away and forget that I'm meant to be talking. So there's one. It looks like, you know, like kids' pom-poms. It looks like a pom-pom. Oh, there you go. So you see what I've done? Just loads of flicky lines, and I haven't filled it all in. See, there's some white bits in it. That's kind of a good thing. Leave those. And I've gone onto the yellow a little bit, and I'll do that in the middle as well. So I'll carry on. I'll sort of take ages to show you, but just little flicks and little dabs. And don't forget, once you've done them all, you can mess afterwards as well. The paint starts wearing off your brush, get more. It's not better when it's a bit dark. There. There's 2 beads. Right, I'm going to carry on. Feels ironic that I'm doing beans and it's maybe the 1st of September. Okay. Bit repetitive, this one. Sorry if it's I'm trying to as fast as I can. It's not boring to watch. But hopefully, if you're having a go, gives you time to do your little flips. Got quite fuzzy beans. The quicker I'm doing it, the bigger the flicks are getting. Try and keep them quite small like these ones. we go, last one. There we go. So, started. Get some little wings. Then, really quickly, we'll just fill in its legs. Just try and do it a little bit fatter at the top and then fade away to nothing. So a little bit fatter, fade away. Oh, that one's got a long leg. Yeah, and then it's little antennae, or antennae. Don't think these are necessarily quite true to life, but it makes it look a bit more recognizable. And these are like little flicks, so brush on, flick off. And if you want to do it a bit longer, there we go. Then all I'm going to do is some shadows. So I'll do some shadows on its wings first. If you get the yellow that you had before and put some on your brush, so your brush is clean brush. Black on right. There we go. So clean brush, quite wet but not dripping. And then I'm just gonna, so the one behind, I'm just gonna add some yellow to make it seem like it's got a bit of a shadow, so it's behind. And then just wet your brush and rub that in a bit. This one, I'm just gonna add, again, not strictly true to life, some little lines. So brush on, and then as you move along and lift it off, and it'll make a line that's fatter at the bottom and fades to nothing. So push on, you brush off and it'll fade to nothing. There it is. Okay. Then I'm going to get, what am I going to get? I'll get red. I've got a bit red, haven't I, on that one? So, okay, we'll get a bit of red. I'm using, what am I using? Oh, Madder Lake Red, mine's called. It's a really, I'll show you this actually, it's easier to show you this. Mine's, I've gone for one like this. It's quite of a bold dark red. And all I'm going to do is, you see on the bees here, see on their tummies at the bottom, there's some little flicks on the yellow which are in red. So I'm just going to do that. Oops, too much. And the only way, again, no technical term, you're just kind of flicking and dabbing, and it will take a bit of practice just to work out your movements, but just some little flicks just on the bottom edge where you put that orange before. darken. Again, I'm sure bees do not have red on the underside, but for what we're doing, it does create quite an easy, good shadow effect. Hold this up again so you can see. See that? And then now we're just going to brighten up the yellow. So get your yellow. And just tap in where you've just painted. And what it'll do is it'll grab some of the red and it'll drag it up a bit into the yellow and it'll merge into the body. Just like perfect. And I'll hold this up in a sec so you can see it. I'm aware that the bees are quite small, it's quite hard to keep track of what I'm doing. You see that? That was quite a good one to look at. So it started to drag that red up a bit. And then really, there's not a lot left to do. You could darken up the black a bit from some of it. So you could add some more bits in, put some dots on just to make some look like there's some shadowy bits. I'll do that, I think. Just by getting some dark black and just literally dabbing dots on. And then what I might do, just before I do the last thing on the wings, do you see the eyes? I was doing this for a proper painting. I just spend time trying to get those eyes looking a bit more 3D. So if you just go around the edge of your eyes with a darker black, see how it just makes the eye pop out a bit more. Back again. The light's terrible, sorry. See that? They're starting to look quite good now. And then what I would use now is the rigger brush that I mentioned. So this one that I mentioned earlier. When you wet that, so it goes to kind of nothing. It's a really skinny little one. When you put that in the black, I'm going to put that in the black now. And I'm just going to do the outline of the wings. See how thin it is? But you can do that with your little brush, don't play, but just use the end of it. Because obviously when you rub your pencil lines out, you just need a really faint outline of the wings. And then the only thing I do, I might just do some little flat lines on those wings too. Just do this for all of them. Quite fiddly. And again, you need a steady hand. And then And I might, yeah, I'm messing now, but never mind, we'll carry on. What I might do is add some of the red to the wing that's behind. You could, what else could you do? You could add, on mine I added some yellow and some red. I almost gave them little feet, which was quite fun. Do that, some of these bits on. Have a play. But that should give you an idea of what you can do. And then the thing that I always like to do, because I always think it, I don't know why, but it seems to make it well, aren't they? Just get your brush wet. Add whatever colour paint, just be careful what top you've got. And then this is, you could use your bigger brush for this. It's the bigger the brush, the bigger the splat. There you go. Smaller the brushes. Orange. There you go. And then you can see in, how long is that? About half an hour again, if that. Obviously I've done it very quick, but you can see that that's the one I've just done. That's the one fell online. But you can see very quickly you can create something that's really quite similar. So if I come back here, show self. There we go. Come back. So yeah. So I hope that made sense. They're quite easy to do, these ones, but they're quite effective. It just takes a bit of time. Obviously, I have to do them quick. But if you take the time doing all the little dashes and go really fine on all the wings, it actually looks really quite effective. And the splats on the bees, I always think the splats on the bees come up really well. It makes, I don't know, it makes them look like they're zooming through the air. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. Sorry it was a quick one. I'm sorry it was late, but yeah, it was fun to do. If you have a go, let me know. I love seeing them. So send them through. And then if you want to see, and I did a whale, what else have I done? A whale, and there was a fish. What else have I done? A whale, a fish. Oh, I've forgotten. But there's if you want to see any of my other ones as well, you can either go on my Instagram and go in the link in my bio, it'll take you to, I've got a YouTube page with them all on, or if you go on my website, which is www.lookwhatdebbiedid.co.uk, there's a page on there you can just instantly click and get access to them. They're completely free, no catches, just for fun, just because people seem to really quite like having a go. And there we go. So yeah, have a good week. Hope you all have a good bank holiday, and I'll do another one very soon. Take care.